For our three products, we chose to challenge some media conventions but mainly to conform to them so our products are more professional. Before we began our magazine, for example, we studied conventions of other TV listing magazines. We discovered there were two main layouts we could choose. We could choose the general article layout or the question and answer layout. In the end, we chose to do the question and answer layout because we knew for our target audience it would be better for them to not have as much text, as teenagers tend to have a short attention span. It was appropriate as it was normally featured with shows such as Supernatural, which are aimed at teens and young adults. After deciding which conventional text format we were having, we went to look at the ways in which pugs and other taglines were used in the magazine. For ours, we used a pug around the time for the show, which was used in this article, which we looked at. We did ours in red instead of yellow because it was eye-catching but still thick with the colour scheme of our product. Unlike our conventional double-page spread for teenagers, we did tend to use more text than image, but that was mainly because as a documentary we didn't have one image that completely summed up the documentary, and this is because we had those different elements in. That's not to say we did not have a main image, but we had a main image that was smaller and just summed up the topic in a very general way. It was an image that wasn't taken in the documentary but was taken after. Unlike a lot of the magazines we looked at, and like my previous year's magazine, we did not use direct address for our main image. Direct address usually establishes a connection with the reader and makes it feel like they're being drawn in. We didn't want the student that looks stressed in our main image to sort of relate to the reader. We wanted them to isolate and cut off and show. Another way we wanted to convey this was through the use of mise-en-scène. A lot of magazines have things in the background that kind of make a point rather than just the model. So we wanted to have the room be empty to show how the student hasn't really got a lot of support for the stress they're feeling, and we had the array of papers which are white and stood against the really dull colours in the image, and emphasise the point of how much work the student has to do. To break up the text and to get around the fact we had a small main image, we used images from the documentary like was used in this article and put a stroke around them to make them stand out, and so the teenagers wouldn't get bored with the large amount of text. The smaller image is something that a lot of different articles do to kind of give them a feel of what's going to happen in the show, but also to show maybe previous things that happened, like in this one. Much like we did for our magazine, when we moved on to our radio trailer, we did look at some existing products and made a note of the conventions in them. We looked at two trailers mainly, and one was actually for a documentary similar to our own and had similar conventions. We found both used soundbites from the show and background music to keep the audience engaged. Most of them started with this rather than the title to kind of draw them in and make them want to listen on until the end, which is when they said the time, and that stuck in your mind because it was at the end. They also used buzzwords to try and draw your attention. We tried to give as many conventions as we could in our script for this. So we started it with a pull quote from the documentary, which was at the start of the documentary, which was a link the two products together. Then we talked about the social media exams for bullying without saying exactly what it is. We gave them some facts so that they knew it was an informational show and not a drama or anything like that. And at the end, we finished with the time, so it resonates with them, which is what they did in the Last Chance to See documentary as well, which we thought was effective. The one unconventional thing about our radio trailer was actually done by accident. We did not have the title of the documentary in one cut. This mistake was brought up when we were collecting our audience. We did need fixing as otherwise it would not effectively advertise our product. Again, with the documentary, we began to analyse different things in order to get the conventions down, because we wanted to make sure our documentary conformed to a lot of conventions, as it's quite a serious topic and we didn't want to go off or make it strange. We wanted to make it professional and look like a proper documentary so people take the information in it seriously and take the viewpoints, which are not normally put across, which is that of teenagers, seem more believable and people to take them seriously in that light. However, there were ways we challenged these conventions, like the way we used an off-screen presenter. In Super Size Me, they had an on-screen presenter, and we didn't want this because he felt like he was making jokes to the audience and connecting with the audience, and just kind of making it more lighthearted. We wanted it to be serious, and we didn't want to have that kind of secondary connection with the speaker. We wanted it to just be about the teens and for them to focus on the teens. Which we did use is we made it very fact and interview based heavy, because we wanted to kind of make sure that they knew this was a factual program and that they actually learned something from watching it. We used on-screen titles with the statistics on, like was used in this documentary, which is the selfie documentary, as we thought it helped them remember the numbers more, and it also kind of like stopped it just being a constant stream of talking and interviews. It gave weight to our argument, and I think it was very effective. Another way we conformed is through the interviews that we did. We made sure the interviews had a tight mid shot, and we had a background in it that related to the topic we were talking about somehow. For instance, we had something on the screen, such as in Natasha's interview. We also had the posters that kind of showed her position and kind of made what she was saying more important, as we believed her more trusted and more as a professional. Another convention or element of our documentary we used is the use of animation. It was used in the Super Size Me documentary we thought was very effective. We used an animation to show the results of our survey, and we used Little People. We changed the colour and used the colour from our colour scheme to kind of keep our brand identity while doing this. I thought it was effective, and we did find out in our audience feedback that it was very effective because it didn't just give the facts, it kind of did it in a visual way, so that even if they didn't remember the facts, they could leave thinking, oh, there was definitely an increase of stress in this particular area, and they could kind of remember the message behind the facts, which is of course that stress is a massive problem for teens. Another convention we used was the extensive use of background footage. This was very important as we had a young target group, which we eventually defined as 16 to 21, and we knew that because they were mainly teenagers, and teenagers have a low attention span, that we would bore them if we just had interviews all the time. So it was important to have something going on in the background, not just someone talking at them all the time. Our documentary contained other conventions, titles both for the beginning of the documentary and for when people first came on the screen to introduce them and make them remember who they were and their position. Consistent music throughout to kind of tie the scenes together and to make it clear that this was still about stress, it was the same issue, and this was very good because our music was a royalty-free copy of a song about stress, so it kind of reminded them the message behind it, especially when we were doing interviews where it was about the brain or something, just to remember what we were talking about. And of course we used other things such as vox pops. Now we thought that it would be good to have a range of ethnicities in the vox pops, as we knew that, especially as our audience had no target ethnicity, that it was important, and it was a convention in most documentaries that we've seen, that they had people from their audience in the documentary, so that they're putting their point of view across. I think our vox pops were very good, although we had to film on 2 different locations because we did it on 2 different days, which was a slight problem with continuity.